Hi guys, it's Beth, and you can see I've kind of changed up my video space. Had to move some things around for winter and found this really works for me. This nice bright little stripe on my wall and my Nora Roberts bookshelf. Actually, this shelf is dedicated to like every book I own of hers, and I think I've got about 60. So obviously, I really like her. I may do some reviews of some of her stuff later on, but it's kind of a guilty pleasure of mine, and I do so much enjoy those. But today I want to talk about a different author, and it's someone that you've at least met through videos because it's me. I have published 6 books through the Create Space and Amazon Kindle um, formats, and I really enjoy it. Someday I do really hope to have an agent and, published traditionally, just because that's been my dream for basically my entire life. But I enjoy having a say in everything that happens with my book, and so the first one I did was my first NaNoWriMo story. It started as a short story contest, and I couldn't make it be short enough. I did put in the first chapter for the short story contest, and I think I won an honorable mention or something. But I couldn't make myself stop. So, da 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 da. Here it is. My dad and I actually took this picture. It's a lamp and then a musical snow globe thing that I had that we put together and took the picture. I think it turned out really well. I do have an illustrator now, and she is going to be redoing all of the covers. So I will do a new video with the new covers or a new commercial with the new covers when she gets that taken care of, probably next year sometime. And Dragon on My Neck is the first in the Stone Dragon saga. In this one, we meet Alfonzor, and he is the only known fairy dragon in existence. He is small enough that when the fairy queen goes crazy and kidnaps him, she turns him into a necklace, and he is her choker necklace that just looks like a cute little dragon. And she can wake him up and make him do magic, and he has a lot of really interesting, different kind of abilities than anybody else does. And eventually they get thrown through a portal into our world, and thousands of years go by. He is purchased for a quarter, I believe, by a girl named Anna and Jane, her roommate, then wind up waking him up, and he tells their story. And it's very interesting. I know I'm the one that wrote it, so I think it's interesting anyway, that I've had um, several people tell me they've read it with their, 3, 4, 5 year old grandchildren or nieces and nephews, and they've enjoyed it. The kids enjoyed it. Middle school children, high school children, just all sorts of different age groups have told me how much they enjoyed the book. So that is the first one. And then the second one, Dragon in My Yard. It's slightly smaller. This one follows what happens after they find out about Al's story, and his family is statues, and they are all around the world, so they're trying to find Al's family now. And they must travel across the state and the world to locate and rescue his family. As they work to accomplish their goals, Anna, Jane, and Al will discover more than they bargained for. They must fight opposing forces in order to bring their family together. So this is Al's little brother, John Sterney. Now, Alfonso is the only known fairy dragon, so John Sterney is obviously going to be a bigger dragon. However, in this world, the dragons are not like Smaug. They're not going to crash your house down. They're just very large. Some of the bigger ones are, the size of Clydesdales, larger than Clydesdales, but they're still not, bigger than your house. They're just very big. The third one is Dragon on the Green. And in this one, they have a trip to Ireland. So the fight to locate family and overcome the fierceness of Passiona's troops continues in this third edition to the Stone Dragon saga. After a trip to Ireland in search of more statues, our heroes find themselves kidnapped by Passiona's goons and taken to a locked room far from their London apartment. What will happen next? So in this one, they have visited London and they are going to Ireland, and they go to find Al's family, and we find out a few new things about his family and about Queen Passiona and about Anna and her family and Jane. So that's very interesting. Now, the fourth book was a Nano. All of these actually got worked on for NaNoWriMo at one point or another, and the fourth book is no exception. The fourth book was part of NaNoWriMo for the past 2 years. I rebelled, so I did some blogging and some noveling and did not actually win the last 2 years. So this year I'm doing something entirely different. However, book 4 did get finished in October. Da 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 da. Yes, I know it's not an actual book. This is my notebook. It is currently, I don't know if you can see the writing. The book itself is currently with the editor and the illustrator and some beta readers. I'm just making sure that everything I've got going on kind of matches with the other books and that we can get it ready to go. We're hoping to have it ready probably really either very, very close to Christmas or probably January, February sometime. But this one follows Al and his friends and family as they are in search for his last remaining family members that they have not found yet. And those family members wind up on a ship. And this ship is under the ocean because it was sunk 400 years ago. And that is all I'm going to tell you about that. But there are new characters. It is a new setting. There is a kraken that gets involved. And Miss Tilly the Seaden, which is a sea dragon. Just some really fabulous things that happen in this story that further it along. There will be one more story, one more piece of the saga, and then I believe the noveling part will be finished for that. There is going to be a book of the mythology and short stories from Realta, which is the world of the fairies and dragons. And then there is also going to be a middle grade book that when I was teaching 5th grade last year, the 5th graders helped me come up with this story about King Ferdinand is going to be teaching school in Realta, and they're kind of coming back and forth, learning about the human world and the way things are written there and here. So it's kind of a book about writing and about being able to do the fantasy bits even when you are in middle school and you're supposed to be growing up and not believing in it, how you can still believe. But I don't have very much done on that at all, so that's going to be way far down the line. Right now, we are concentrating on getting book 4, which is Dragons in the Deep, ready for you guys. So I will leave a link to my Amazon authors page and my blog where you can find little snippets and news about the upcoming books. And I will also leave you with this. Coming to a shore near you. Dragons in the Deep. Have a great day.